के अवसर पर वैसाख वैश्विक समारोह को वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से संबोधित करेंगे। यह आयोजन भारत सरकार का संस्कृति मंत्रालय, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बौद्ध परिसंघ आईबीसी के सहयोग से करता है। इसमें दुनिया भर के बौद्ध संघों के सर्वोच्च प्रमुख शामिल होंगे। इस समारोह को दुनिया के 50 से अधिक प्रमुख बौद्ध धार्मिक नेता संबोधित करेंगे और वैसाख बुद्ध पूर्णिमा को गौतम बुद्ध के जन्म, बुद्धित्व की प्राप्ति और महापरिनिर्वाण दिवस के रूप में मनाया जाता है।
Yes, good morning, namaskar. You're absolutely right, Shoez. Today, the Honorable Prime Minister, in just a short while from now, will be delivering the keynote address at the virtual Vesak Global Celebrations. Today also is the 2565th birth anniversary of the Apostle of Peace before Mahatma Gandhi was given the title, that is Lord Gautama the Buddha, who was born on this day 2565 years ago. And in today's world, the teachings of Lord Buddha are most important. Today's event has been organized by the Union Ministry of Culture in collaboration with the International Buddhist Confederation. And as you rightly said, Shoez, about 50 very prominent Buddhist religious leaders from around the world will be addressing this congregation. Vesak has its roots in the Pali word Vaishakha, that is the month of Vaishak, and Lord Buddha was born on the full moon day of Vaishakha, and his teachings, his followers are today spread all over the globe, especially in India and its immediate neighborhood. The festival of Vesak is celebrated throughout South Asia, especially in India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and parts of Malaysia also. It is indeed a very holy and auspicious day in this part of the world.
भगवान महावीर की 2565वीं जयंती आज मनाई जा रही है और आपको बता दें कि सुबह 8 बजे से 9 बजे तक महाबोधि मंदिर के बोधि वृक्ष के नीचे सूत्रपाठ किया जाता है आज के दिन। और सूतपाठ में महाबोधि मंदिर के बौद्ध भिक्षु भी शामिल होते हैं। कोरोना महामारी के कारण गर्भगृह के द्वार आम श्रद्धालुओं के लिए बंद है, जैसे कि आपको पता है, और 10 बजे से बुद्ध परिसर को पायरस यानी खीर अर्पित की जाएगी। शाम को 6 बजे मंदिर में दीप जलाए जाएंगे और विश्व शांति की कामना की जाएगी। शाम 6 बजे से 7:30 बजे तक महाबोधि मंदिर में दीपदान होगा। उधर बोध गया स्थित महाबोधि मंदिर में सुबह 8 बजे से कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत हो गई है और इसके तहत मंदिर के गर्भगृह स्थित महात्मा बुद्ध की मूर्ति पर चीवर व खीर अर्पित किए जा रहे हैं। इसके बाद पवित्र बोधि वृक्ष के समक्ष फूल अर्पित कर बौद्ध भिक्षुओं द्वारा सूतपाठ किया जाता है।
Yes, you are absolutely right, Shoez. In fact, it's very impressive that you mentioned all about in very details about the functions that are slated to take place today in different Buddha shrines and Buddha temples all across India, especially in Bodh Gaya, which is the place where Lord Buddha gave his teaching under the Bodhi tree. And of course, India has very many Buddhist sites of significance like Sarnath, like Bodh Gaya and other places. And we have also seen that the Buddhist tourist circuit that has been developed during the National Democratic Alliance government had got extreme support from people belonging to Thailand, to Cambodia, to Vietnam, Japan, and other places, and many pilgrims and tourists from different parts of the world used to throng the Buddhist circuit for coming and paying their homage to Lord Buddha. However, due to the COVID-19, the Buddhist circuit tour is now available only virtually, and those who are interested can have a look at that. But when we come back to normal, I'm sure that all these places, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Varanasi, and other such places will once again continue to be quite attractive to both pilgrims and tourists from different parts of the world. Talking about the Vesak celebrations, it was the United Nations which, in a landmark resolution in the 1990s, conferred the day to be a day of significance, and it is also celebrated in the UN headquarters every year. So today, of course, there will be a limited ceremony because of the COVID-19 restrictions at the United Nations headquarters in New York, and the Vesak Day celebrations will of course be taking place in other capitals also in different parts of the globe.
अब से कुछ देर बाद माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी बुद्ध पूर्णिमा 2021 के अवसर पर वैसाख वैश्विक समारोह को वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से संबोधित करेंगे। आपको बता दें कि पिछले साल 7 मई को माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने वैशाख वैश्विक समारोह को संबोधित करते हुए कहा था कि भगवान बुद्ध के जीवन, शिक्षाओं और संदेश ने दुनिया भर के लोगों के जीवन को समृद्ध बनाया है। उनका संदेश किसी एक परिस्थिति या किसी एक विषय पर सीमित नहीं है। समय बदला, परिस्थितियां बदली, समाज की कार्यकारिणी बदली, लेकिन भगवान बुद्ध का संदेश हमारे जीवन में निरंतर प्रवाहित होता रहता है। बुद्ध सिर्फ एक नाम नहीं है, बल्कि एक पवित्र विचार भी है। एक ऐसा विचार जो हर मानव के दिल में धड़कता है और मानवता का मार्गदर्शन करता है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा था कि भगवान बुद्ध के प्रत्येक शब्द और प्रवचन मानवता की सेवा प्रदान करने की भारत की प्रतिबद्धता को सशक्त बनाते हैं। बुद्ध भारत के ज्ञानोदय और आत्मबोध दोनों का प्रतीक है। इस आत्म साक्षात्कार के साथ भारत पूरी मानवता, पूरे विश्व के हित में काम करना जारी रखेगा। भारत की प्रगति विश्व की प्रगति में हमेशा सहायक होगी।
Yes, you are absolutely right, Shoez. In fact, you quoted from what the Honorable Prime Minister had said during his speech last year on the Vesak Day celebrations. And yes, indeed, Lord Gautama, the Buddha's teachings and his thoughts, which he propagated more than 2,500 years ago, are indeed very noteworthy and hold significance even today, so many years after the modern world has come to be known by. But still, his teachings and his eightfold path that he enunciated are extremely important even in these very distressing and disturbing times. Mahatma Buddha, as he is known in India, was the first apostle of peace, as we know, and he always was the taught that when somebody is violent, that person has to be taught the message of non-violence. And the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, also held Lord Buddha in great esteem, and he also embarked upon the freedom struggle with the teachings of Lord Gautama, the Buddha. And one of the founding principles of India's freedom struggle was Buddha's teaching of non-violence. In fact, the Indian freedom movement is known to be the only freedom movement in the world which was completely non-violent, and the British were forced to move back from India without a single stone being thrown at the then British Empire or a single shot being fired by the non-violent Indian freedom fighters. So the importance and the reverence that Indians have for the teachings of Lord Buddha can be very well known by this important fact of history. And since then, India has always been an espouser of the cause of non-violence and peace, and on different occasions and at various fora, the Honorable Prime Minister has made it extremely clear that in today's world there is no place for violence, and peace is the most important thing for the world to come together and grow together.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री, जैसे कि आपको पता है कि थोड़ी देर में बुद्ध पूर्णिमा 2021 के अवसर पर वैसाख वैश्विक समारोह को वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से संबोधित करेंगे। यह आयोजन भारत सरकार का संस्कृति मंत्रालय, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बौद्ध परिसंघ (IBC) के सहयोग से करता है और इसमें दुनिया भर के बौद्ध संघों के सर्वोच्च प्रमुख शामिल होंगे। पिछले वर्ष भी इसका आयोजन किया गया था और पूरे विश्व में वर्चुअल तरीके से इसका आयोजन किया गया था, क्योंकि कोविड-19 महामारी के कारण आयोजन वर्चुअल माध्यम से हो रहे हैं। पिछले साल भारत, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, बांग्लादेश, भूटान, कंबोडिया, चेक गणराज्य, फ्रांस, जर्मनी, इंडोनेशिया, जापान, दक्षिण कोरिया, म्यांमार, मंगोलिया, मलेशिया, नेपाल, रूस, श्रीलंका, सिंगापुर, ताइवान और वियतनाम में बड़ी संख्या में दर्शकों ने इसको देखा था। इंटरनेशनल बुद्धिस्ट कन्फेडरेशन नई दिल्ली द्वारा आयोजित इंटरनेशनल बुद्ध पूर्णिमा दिवस समारोह में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी की नोट स्पीकर के रूप में संबोधित करेंगे और इसका सीधा प्रसारण बोध गया स्थित महाबोधि मंदिर, नेपाल स्थित लुम्बिनी और श्रीलंका के कैंडी में एक साथ किया जाएगा।
Yes, this three places that you mentioned, Shoes, that is Bodh Gaya, Lumbini and Kandy, are the most important pilgrimage centers of the Buddhist Dhamma or the Buddhist religion. It was in Lumbini that Lord Buddha was born 2565 years ago. It was at Bodh Gaya where he espoused and he talked about his eightfold path. And Kandy in Sri Lanka is the temple where it is said that a relic of Lord Buddha is kept, and it is one of the most important, perhaps the second most important temple of Buddhism in the world. Every year, millions of people visit to have a look at the relic of Lord Buddha in Kandy, and today also the celebrations will be carried live, as you rightly said, at Kandy, at Lumbini in Nepal, and also in Bodh Gaya. The Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, is shortly expected to deliver the keynote address, and he is now here before us.
Mahasangha, Prime Ministers of Nepal and Sri Lanka, my minister colleagues, Shri Prahlad Singh and Shri Kiran Rijiju, Secretary General of International Buddhist Confederation, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiyaji, respected scholars, Dhamma followers, sisters and brothers from around the world, Namo Buddhaya, Namaste. I am honored to address you all on the special day of Vesak. Vesak is a day to celebrate the life of Lord Buddha. It is also a day to reflect on the noble ideals and sacrifices he made for the betterment of our planet. Friends, last year also I had addressed a Vesak Day program. That program was dedicated to all frontline workers leading humanity's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. A year later, we are seeing a mix of continuity and change. The COVID-19 pandemic had not left us. Several nations, including India, have experienced a second wave. This is the worst crisis humanity faces in decades. We have not seen a pandemic like this for a century. This once-in-a-lifetime pandemic has brought tragedy and suffering at the doorstep of many. The pandemic has impacted every nation. The economic impact is huge as well. Our planet will not be the same after COVID-19. In the times to come, we will certainly remember events as either pre-COVID or post-COVID. But over the last year, there have been many noteworthy changes as well. We now have a better understanding of the pandemic, which strengthens our strategy to fight it. Most importantly, we have the vaccine, which is absolutely important to save lives and defeat the pandemic. The emergence of a vaccine in a year of the pandemic striking shows the power of human determination and tenacity. India is proud of our scientists who have worked on the COVID-19 vaccines. Through this forum, I would like to once again salute our first responders, frontline healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, volunteers, who selflessly risk their lives every day to serve others in need. To those who have suffered and lost their near and dear ones, I would like to extend condolences. I grieve with them. Friends, by studying the life of Lord Buddha, there is mention of the 4 sights. These 4 sights brought Lord Buddha face to face with human suffering. At the same time, it ignited within him the desire to devote his life to removing human sufferings. Lord Buddha taught us, Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam, blessings, compassion, and welfare of all. In the last year, we have seen several individuals and organizations rise to the occasion and do everything possible to reduce suffering. I have also learnt of the generous contribution of equipment and materials made by the Buddhist organizations, followers of Buddha Dharma from world over. The scale, both in terms of population and geographical spread, of the task is huge. Humanity has been humbled by the outpouring of generosity and support from fellow humans. These actions are in line with the teachings of Lord Buddha. It manifests the supreme mantra of Appadipo Bhava. Friends, COVID-19 is certainly a major challenge we face. While we do everything possible to fight it, we must not lose sight of the other challenges humanity faces. One of the biggest challenges is that of climate change. Reckless lifestyle of the present threaten the coming generations. Weather patterns are changing. Glaciers are melting. Rivers and forests are in danger. We cannot let our planet remain wounded. Lord Buddha put emphasis on a way of life where respect of our Mother Nature is paramount. I am proud to share that India is among the few large economies to be on track to completing their Paris targets. For us, sustainable living is not only about right words, it is about the right actions. Friends, the life of Gautam Buddha was about peace, harmony, and coexistence. Today, there are still forces remaining whose existence depends on spreading hate, terror, and mindless violence. Such forces do not believe in liberal democratic principles. The need of the hour is for all those who believe in humanity to come together and defeat terror and radicalization. For that, the path shown by Lord Buddha is absolutely relevant. Lord Buddha's teachings and the importance given to social justice can become a global unifying force. He rightly said, Natti Santi Paran Sukham. There is no higher bliss than peace. Friends, Lord Buddha was the reservoir of brilliance of the entire universe. From him, we all could draw light from time to time and take the path of compassion. Universal responsibility and welfare. Mahatma Gandhi rightly said about Gautam Buddha, and I quote, Buddha taught us to defy appearances and trust in the final triumph of truth and love, unquote. Today, on Buddha Purnima, let us renew our commitment to the ideals of Lord Buddha. I join you all in praying to the triple gem to provide relief from the testing times of global COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you. Thank you very much.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी बुद्ध पूर्णिमा के अवसर पर वैशाख वैश्विक समारोह को संबोधित कर रहे थे और वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने संबोधित किया। इस अवसर पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने भगवान बुद्ध के जीवन, शिक्षा और संदेश से दुनिया भर में लोगों को जीवन को समृद्ध बनाने के संदेश का उन्होंने अनुसरण किया और उनके संदेशों को याद किया।
The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi just now addressed virtually the International Vesak Day celebrations, and Honorable Prime Minister said that today more than ever the importance of Lord Buddha's teachings are to be heeded by the world. He said that Lord Buddha always gave importance to peace, and peace is the biggest comfort that anyone can attain in the world. Prime Minister called for eschewing violence, non-violence, and for also stopping radicalization and fundamentalism. He said Lord Buddha's lives and teachings have shown us the way to peace and prosperity.
और अब आज के कार्यक्रम से सिर्फ इतना ही। मैं शहसियार खान अपने साथी कमेंटेटर के साथ आपसे विदा लेता हूं। नमस्कार।